Hello everyone, this is Terrell's Tarot here, and I'm back with another video. So right now we are going to dive into Tomorrow by Together's 2025 dynamic reading, or should I say prediction reading. So we're going to start off with some tarot first, and then we're going to move on to Oracle. Spirit, what can we look forward to going? What's going to happen with TXT in 2025? What can we expect? 1, 2. Okay, that's a good one. Alrighty, 2, 3. I'll pull 6 cards. And then, there we go. Okay. So, for TXT, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Hierophant, the Empress in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Four of Swords in reverse. So, seems like, collectively, it seems like 2025 is going to be not only a very emotional year for TXT, but a very productive year for them. They're going to be working really hard, but it seems like TXT is going to be doing a lot of things that are going to help improve themselves mentally. And what I mean by that, some members of TXT can talk about spirituality. They can start getting into meditation, certain things that help, or venting. We're going to see more of a vulnerable side of TXT in 2025, but not only also we're going to see a vulnerable side of TXT in 2025, we're going to see a very hard working of them, but it's going to cause them to have some burnout. And I'm not really shocked, because I believe with the last reading I did there was going to be some burnout with them, and still seems like that. Now I feel like it's just the members. Before I feel like it was the company, but now I feel like the members themselves are, they're like, no, we just got to keep pushing and we got to keep doing hard. And it's going to cause them to have some burnout. So I'm going to pull one more card. We have the Fool, and then we have the Three of Cups in reverse. So yeah, so TXT is going to be working their asses off, but they need to be a little bit careful, because, they need to start really taking time to rest and really learn how to, do the things that they actually like outside of work. I feel like, because I'm a MOA now, and from what I've seen, they've really just deeply indulged themselves into their craft, but we don't know if they've actually been able to have fun or actually go and do the things that they have done. And it's evident that that's still going to be a little bit of a possibility in 2025. With the Empress and the King of Pentacles in reverse, it seems like the company is not going to be really, they're not going to be as have a hold on them as much, because usually, like, I see Bang PD, and I believe Hybe has a new CEO. They're not gonna be too hard on them. They're gonna be like less. And matter of fact, it seems like TXT are gonna be doing brand new things. They're gonna be opening new doors for not only them, but K-pop. There could be something that they put out that has not been done before by any other group, and a lot of other groups can follow it. But they have to be kind of careful, because with this, there can be some, authenticity issues going on, meaning that there could be other groups that can copy what they do, or there can be, a lot of backlash for the type of things that they're doing. It could be not like the concepts or music that they put out next year. It probably wouldn't be with like a lot of people would necessarily, I wouldn't say find like listenable, but it seems like a lot of people is gonna be like, oh, that doesn't align with their image. And TXT is gonna be like, no, we're gonna do this authentically, but they just have to be careful because there can be some consequences to that. But the consequences is gonna be, good. It's gonna pay off. They're gonna work really hard. And you can see the members get themselves thrown into things that like very sudden, because the fool kind of like throws himself into stuff without even paying attention. So we can see a lot of rumors, we can see a lot of discourse around what the members are doing, and people making up rumors, blogs and stuff. So we can see them also getting stalked to a certain degree, and people exposing things about their personal life that shouldn't be on the internet. And we could be seeing that. But for the most part, TXT really needs to learn how to just really do the things that they love. With the Four of Swords in reverse and the Three of Cups in reverse, it just talks about someone they have no rest. They have no rest. They have no joy. It's like based off what the other cards are also saying, they're just constantly working. And I feel like these guys are probably the type to work even on their days off, because it's like an insatiable drive. But they're divinely protected though. Their spirit guides are guiding them to help. Their superpower is kind of like them being more spiritually aware about things that are going on and being cautious about their surroundings. That's going to help them. And it seems like in 2025, you see the number 5 is prevalent. There's 5 members, 2025. It's going to be a year that's going to open doors for them. Also, there's going to be a lot of opportunities. There's going to be a lot of growth. There's going to be a lot of just creativity. So you can see a lot of members doing a lot of creative things, such as music, art, dance, and they put their heart into it. They put their heart into these things, and you're going to not only see it, but feel it in the craft. And 2025 is going to be a very creative year. There's another message that wants to pop through. Yes. So with the Six of Swords in reverse, it can talk about them, it talks about someone who's kind of like stuck in their own ways. Like they want to transform, but they're kind of scared to transform at the same time. Like they're scared to rock the boat, because it talks about transitioning more upright. It's talk about leaving things, change. But it seems like TXT wants to get rid of something, but they don't necessarily know how to do it. There's still an aspect in their life that they want to change that doesn't serve them right, and they know it doesn't serve them right, but they don't know how to do it. They don't know what to do or how to do it. But eventually, it seems like they'll probably come to that point and see what's going on. And then we have the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands in reverse. So yeah, they just need to have a little bit more confidence in themselves. They need to learn how to say no to things that does not serve them. I feel like TXT are the type of members or people, they feel like they've been given so much that they're obligated to say yes to everything, and that's unfortunately not the case for a lot of things. They need to learn how to say no is no. If they know that this is not going to serve them, they need to learn how to say no. And I feel like that's what they're going to be working on, because when cards are in reverse, it means that energy is subtle, but it's being worked on behind the scenes. So whatever this thing, there's something that they have that they want to get rid of, but they don't know. They're going to come to a solution in 2025 on how to get rid of it. They're going to work on that. While the plethora of other things that is also going on, they're going to work on that. But at the bottom of this deck, we have the Queen of Swords. They're going to be by the end of 2025, I believe they're going to go through a lot of roller coasters, you know, with energy throughout the whole year of 2025. But I can say collectively, this is going to be their energy. They're going to be very independent, bold, and bright, and just authentic. You're going to see them in a very authentic way, and their craft is going to reflect that. So I want to pull an oracle for them. I'm going to pull this one. Let's get this one. I want to see what their guardian angels have to say. Reveal through the cards what messages you have for the collective in TXT. Focus on service. And we have release and surrender, and blessing in disguise. So yeah, and the heart chakra is at the bottom. So yeah, TXT is gonna be a very creative year for them in 2025. They're gonna be you're just gonna see them experiment a lot with sounds. But the sounds is going to be so innovative that other groups are probably going to try to replicate that. And the thing about the heart chakra, it represents authenticity, it represents creativity, it represents love. So it seems like that's going to be like a main focus for them next year. Focusing on themselves, focusing on their craft, but they're going to execute it in a way that's a little bit different from how they used to. I feel like before, in previous years, they probably try to do what the company tries to say, but this year is like they're like, let's do it the way we want it and see how people like that. Because, you know, every group has a team that, you know, meticulously plans everything down to a detail for how these K-pop groups are, you know, presented to the world. But I feel like TXT is like, let's take things into our own hands. And they're going to be focusing on that. But, you know, I feel like in the beginning of the year, they're going to be a little bit, not resilient, but hesitant on how to do it because they don't know how to do it. But then eventually they're going to open an opportunity for them to express themselves authentically. And it seems like that's going to happen for them. And so we're going to be seeing a lot of them do charities. We can see them going to events. We can see pop-up shots. We can see them just doing a plethora of things that not only the fans will like, but a lot of people in their community will also like. You know, they're like, oh my gosh. And there's gonna be this one is given song. So this could be a song or an album. Blessing in disguise. It says, what appears to be a problem is actually part of your answered prayer. You'll understand the reasons behind your present situation as everything resolves. Trust in heaven's protection and infinite wisdom to answer your prayer in the best way. So it seems like, I'm guessing, and this can relate back to the King of Pentacles and the Empress card in reverse. It seems that when it's going to be time for them to, you know, release something, the company might present them with a concept or something, and the boys are not going to like it. They're not going to like it. And they're probably going to suggest, like, hey, how about we do it our way this time? And they're going to be hesitant to do it, but when they do it, the company is going to be like, you know what? Fine. You think that you can do it? Let's see how you can do it yourself. So, but this could possibly be one of their best accomplishments if they do it, because not only is it not, the energy is not being tampered by just a whole bunch of people, it's authentically being done by them. So we could have a album from them where all the members just write and produce all the music, or music videos being directed. I'm seeing a lot of stuff like that, like a lot of things that they can do behind the scenes, because these boys are talented. They have a lot of Leo, like, water energy, and they're very creative. So, and we're going to be seeing a lot of them also just relax in certain areas, you know, talk about things, vent. We can see them say things to their fans that you probably never heard them say before. Like, what? this person said this. Why is he saying this? I never thought he felt this way about such and such. We can see them in very low points in their life next year, and they're going to vent. They're going to say something. Regardless, it could be on accident or purpose, but it's going to come out, and a lot of people are going to, agree with it. And then eventually they're going to be like, you know what? We have this platform, we have our fans, we can talk to them about certain things and express concerns about certain stuff that's going on in their lives. Who knows? Maybe one of the members can start a podcast, or they can start a show where they just talk about their problems or other people's problems that go on in the idol industry, and it blows up. Maybe a member can do that. I don't know. I can see someone doing that where they just like fed up and they have a lot to say. But they're not gonna, the company's gonna be hesitant to it, but I feel like another company is gonna allow them to do that, try to monopolize off of that. But the members like, I don't care. As long as I explain what's going on, who cares? That's what's gonna happen. So yeah, it seems like 2025 is going to be a very interesting year for TXT. There's going to be a lot that's going on behind the scenes, but for the most part, it seems like the members are going to try to present themselves in a very strong, grounded manner, like in front of cameras, but behind the scenes, they're very tired. They have a lot of mental burnout, and they personally need a lot of rest. So I really hope TXT gets a lot of rest in 2025. And there will be an album or so that they'll release that's going to do very, very well, and it's going to kind of shock the collective a little bit, and it's going to kind of shock the members. That's what I'm getting through this blessing in disguise, because this blessing in disguise, it could seem that like it could be something that, they didn't anticipate to do well. It's like, oh, it's just another project. It is what it is, but it's actually going to do very well for them. So, but it's going to be different. It's not going to be something they have done before, and it's going to be something a little bit more authentic. Not something that, oh yeah, the company clearly told them to do this. It's like something that, like, the company would never allow them to do something like this. This had to be one of the members' ideas. So that's the vibe and energy that I'm getting for TXT in 2025. Thank you, Spirit, so much for these answers and messages that we have for TXT and the collective today. And thank you all for watching this video and tuning into this reading today. If you have any requests, please put it in the comments down below. And if you have any questions, comment your questions down. Feel free to answer them. Anything about tarot, ask me. I'll answer them also. Also astrology, because I love doing astrology too. I love doing birth chart reading. So if you want a birth chart reading, comment down below, and I'll give you my email. But that's all I have today for TXT for 2025. And also, guys, I'm wondering if you guys want me to do live readings, go live and you guys put in your questions for free. I'm not charging, no charging. I don't like doing stuff like that. But if you guys want me to do live readings for you on a live, feel free to comment that down below too, because I'm kind of, thinking about that, doing that for you guys, so I can, so it can be like a little bit more intimate, if I say. That's a weird way to put it, but that's all I have for today. Thank you all for tuning in for this reading. Have a blessed day or a blessed night. Thank you. Bye.